Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P. Check it. Ryan Garcia, y'all already know this weekend, the shocking event between him and Devin Haney. Hey, Devin Haney and Bill Haney say, look, man, we looking for the rematch to come back, bounce back. Ryan Garcia said, And I'm going to tell you, boy, hey, I like Bill Haney and I like Devin Haney, but I hate saying karma because I'm not a believer in that along those lines. What goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. Karma is something a little bit different. But anyway, to say it like this, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I say it like that. I don't know, y'all remember, man, he fought Lomachenko. It was a very close fight. And I rode with Devin Haney on the fact that he won that fight. I say, hey, it was not a robbery. It was a close fight. And Devin Haney got the nod. And I was good with it. I rode with Devin Haney on that. I got talked about on my people was telling me I was kind of arguing with me on my channel, whatever, earlier. That was when my channel was still small, but it was very small. I was very new. So a lot of people talked a lot of trash to me, but I remember this. In fact, him and Bill Haney said no, Lomachenko will not get a rematch. And I'm going to tell you, that fight was a lot closer than this fight. Nobody got dropped. Nobody got beat up. It was just a close fight. And a lot of people say Lomachenko won that fight. A lot of fight fans believe Lomachenko won that fight and should have got a rematch. Now, to Devin Haney's defense, he cannot make 135. And I know that Lomachenko is not coming to 140. So that fight is probably dead in the water, but just making a point, you know, that you left a close fight hanging in the balance and said no rematch. Now, hey, you got beat up, bro. Now you want the rematch. And Ryan Garcia said no. So it is what it is. It was man, it was a freakish night of boxing, man. It was a good night of boxing. I think that fight was good for the sport and good for fans, good for the morale of the sport and just life in general. Because a lot of people look at the fight game as a metaphor for life. You get knocked down, you get back up. Sometimes you get some unexpected wins, you know. And I know for me that's kind of what it represented. Like, even though I thought that Haney was going to win the fight, and I was kind of pulling for his star power as well, you know. But when Ryan Garcia won that fight and like he did, it was a part of me that felt almost like vindicated about some things in my life. Like, sometimes you get an unexpected win. And I don't know. That's my personal. I hate to get sentimental, but that's just what it was for me, man. And I think a rematch down the line. Now, don't get me wrong. A rematch would be very lucrative for both guys. I think they have a good storyline. Whether they do it at a catch weight or for the title to be on the line, I'm not sure, but it would be an amazing fight. It'll be very lucrative. So, I mean, along those lines, hey, maybe Ryan Garcia ought to take a look at it. But I just don't think he is. I think he feels like, because Ryan he already was kind of like a draw anyway. He brings casual fans to the sport. And that's how you really make a lot of money in this game. The hardcore fans are going to do what hardcore fans do. I heard somebody say that hardcore fans are the one that that's illegally streamed the fight. That's not true, man. I'm a hardcore fan, and I buy the fights, man. I mean, that's just me. And I know a lot of other hardcore fans. And when I say no, I mean like YouTube wise, that support the fighters by buying the fights. I mean, I don't know. It's people that do, a lot of people that do stream them illegally. But I mean, as a hardcore fan, man, come on, hardcore fans, they don't mind paying some money on fights because they are hardcore fans. Now, you talking about some of the fans that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Those are the ones who stream that just want to see something. But as far as hardcore fans, they're going to do what they do. They're going to represent, they're going to buy. But the casual fans, those are the ones that make the difference in the pay-per-views. When you can get some new eyes on the sport, that's when you get paid. Or sometimes, you have a fighter that has a certain amount of aura around them or a hoopla. I'm going to tell you, Manny Pacquiao, man, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I forgot which fight that was, man. I think, he was fighting. Oh, when he fought not Chris Algier. I went to that fight I was hanging out at a little bar and grill. But also the fight with him and Keith Thurman. I went to this little, it was a little restaurant that had a bar, kind of after hour type of deal. Hey, man, that place was packed all the way out. You couldn't even sit down. And it's like Manny Pacquiao has this hoopla that brings different eyes to the sport. Now, he got a country on his back. There's a lot of Filipino people that was out that night in the bar and, at the restaurant buying food, buying drinks, and watching the fight. And so it's like when you have that, like Canelo, and Floyd, what Floyd knew was that you can build a fan base of people that love you and people that love to hate you. And I think that's kind of like what Ryan Garcia is trying to embrace. He already had a following that loved him. Then he, with all his antics, whether you want to believe it or not, he's growing a fan base that loves to hate him because a lot of people, it turned them off, some of the antics that he did before this fight. And then since he won it, he won some people over to being in his fan base. Then he also got some people that's kind of turned him a cold shoulder and want to see him lose. It's people that will buy your fights just because they want to see you lose. And I experienced that as well. They was having Floyd Mayweather fights in theaters. I told this story on another channel before. But I went to see Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez at a theater. And it was, a Mexican and Mexican-American fan base. They showed up heavy. But also just people in general, just people that you could tell they were bandwagoners. They were not just black, white fans. They were just different mixed cultured fans. And they wanted to see Floyd lose. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't really Canelo fans, but they wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose. So, I mean, I think that Ryan Garcia is on to something. And I think he's trying to embrace the bad boy act a little bit too. And it's probably going to work for him, He has to keep winning. But whether he win or lose, he's building a fan base that just want to follow Ryan Garcia. Hey, but rematch, it'll be lucrative, but I don't think Ryan Garcia is going to do it, especially not right now. He may do it down the line. Let Devin win a few fights, maybe get a belt in a weight class, and then they come back together. It'll probably be more lucrative then. But Ryan Garcia, he has a lot in front of him. He can do a lot right now. And he got a lot of fights he can take to make a lot of money. But I don't know what y'all think about it. This Daddy P. Like, hate, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time it go down. This Daddy P. Y'all holler at your boy. I'm out of there.